In a secluded monastery nestled in the misty mountains, there lived a monk named Kyo. Brother Kyo was known throughout the region for his sharp intellect and formidable debating skills. He had read every sutra, could recite ancient texts from memory, and could argue philosophical points with such precision that he had never been defeated. While this earned him respect, it also fostered a quiet but growing pride in his heart, a deep-seated belief in the power of his own mind. One afternoon, Kyo was walking back to the monastery along a narrow forest path after collecting alms from a nearby village. As he walked, he was rehearsing a complex argument for an upcoming debate with a visiting scholar, his mind completely absorbed in the world of concepts and logic. Suddenly, a low growl rumbled from the bushes. Out stepped a massive, hungry tiger. The tiger's eyes were fixed on Kyo, its body coiled and ready to pounce. A bolt of pure, animal terror shot through Kyo. All his philosophical knowledge vanished in an instant. His heart hammered in his chest, and every fiber of his being screamed, "Run!" So, he ran. The tiger, seeing its prey flee, gave chase with a powerful roar. Kyo, fueled by adrenaline, dashed through the trees, his robes snagging on branches. He could hear the tiger's breath and pounding paws closing in behind him. Just as he felt the tiger's hot breath on his neck, he spotted the edge of a cliff. With no other option, he scrambled over the edge, managing to grab onto a thick, old vine that grew down the rock face. He clung there, dangling between the sky above and a treacherous ravine hundreds of feet below. For a moment, he was safe. The tiger, unable to follow, prowled angrily at the cliff's edge, snarling down at him. Kyo breathed a shaky sigh of relief. But his relief was short-lived. As he looked down, his blood ran cold. At the bottom of the ravine, another tiger had emerged, looking up at him with equal hunger. He was trapped. Above, one tiger. Below, another. To make matters worse, as he clung to the vine, he heard a faint grinding sound. He looked up and saw two mice, one white and one black, emerge from a crack in the cliffside. They began to gnaw steadily on the vine, his only lifeline. In that moment, suspended between certain death above and below, with death slowly, surely gnawing away at his only support, Kyo's mind, ever the scholar, returned to him. He thought, a metaphor. The two tigers represent birth and death, the great dilemmas of existence. The white and black mice are the relentless passage of day and night, chewing away at the allotted time of my life. This is a profound teaching on the impermanence of all things. He almost smiled at the elegance of it all. Just then, he noticed a wild strawberry plant growing from a small crevice in the cliff face, right beside him. A single, perfect, bright red strawberry hung from its stem. Kyo, the great debater, looked at the strawberry. He looked at the tiger above. He looked at the tiger below. He listened to the mice snoring. And then, with a free hand, he reached out, plucked the strawberry, and put it in his mouth. It was the most exquisite, sweet, and delicious thing he had ever tasted. A moment of pure, unadulterated joy flooded his being, utterly transcending his terrifying predicament. The story's meaning and conclusion. The tale often ends here, leaving the listener to ponder. But the meaning is clear. The monk's initial reaction was pure instinct, run. Then, his trained intellect kicked in, trying to conceptualize and label his experience, to turn it into a philosophical lesson. This was his ego's final attempt to maintain control, to be the wise monk even in the face of death. But the strawberry represented the present moment, the only reality that truly exists. By tasting it, Kyo finally let go of his ego. He stopped arguing with his fate, the tigers, and stopped analyzing the mechanics of his demise, the mice. He surrendered his intellectual pride and simply experienced the sheer, vivid, and beautiful suchness of life, right here, right now. The argument with the tiger was never a verbal one. It was the argument his ego was having with reality itself. The ego said, "This shouldn't be happening. I am a learned man. I must find a clever way out or, at least, a profound lesson to take from this." But reality simply was, tigers, a cliff, a vine, mice, and a strawberry. His folly was believing his mind could out-argue the fundamental truth of the present moment. His enlightenment was in realizing that true peace comes not from winning the argument, but from dropping it entirely and savoring the strawberry. The story teaches that ego is a construct of the mind that separates us from direct experience. Intellectual knowledge is useless in the face of ultimate realities like death. True freedom is found not in controlling life, but in fully embracing the present moment, no matter how difficult or beautiful it may be. Life's greatest sweetness is often found when we let go of our stories and simply experience what is.